The most important thing we can do is teach our kids to have a relationship with Jesus. We will show them all the other things about how we work, and they'll pick up on that very easily. They'll pick up on how we manage money pretty easily. But if we don't show them the way of Jesus, they're going to learn another way from somebody else if you don't show them. And I can promise you that if you don't show them the right way, the way of truth, the way that's going to stand the test of time, they will find another way, and it will not be a good way. So please today, I want us to, as we get into this is not something that we should just take lightly. This is something we should all lean into as people and followers of Jesus. Because what we do matters in this space. It matters for those kids that went back to kids' church today. How we interact with them in the lobby, how we encourage them, how we smile and wave at them. Guess what? They pick up on all of that. Whether or not you live in their house, it matters. Community matters. A strong biblical community matters to our world and to our families. And so, let's just kind of get into it. One of our verses here that's anchored in this series is Joshua 24:15. It says, "If it is unacceptable in your sight to serve the Lord, choose for yourself this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the river, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land you live." And this is highlighted and italicized by me. You will find that in the Bible. "But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." You have a choice in that. It's not something that's going to happen by accident. It's not something that is just going to appear because it's the best thing. You have a choice to play in what happens in kids' lives. And so last week we talked about the blueprint, and today we're talking about raising kingdom kids because our thinking matters. Our thinking affects our words, our words affect our actions affect our habits, and our habits affect our character. And see, there's a lot of people that have fallen in today's world because character was never developed before they got the responsibility of whatever weight that they're carrying. And that includes pastors, that includes actors, that includes rock stars, whatever status you want to put. When the character is not developed, whatever responsibility comes next will bring it down. And so it is so important for each of us to intentionally help develop the character of our children. Now, ultimately, they have to choose, right? I get that. They have to make a choice. But as people of faith, we need to point them in that direction. And we don't need to quit when there's pushback on the other side. I want to encourage that today because I promise you, they will push back. And when they push back, you need to know the guardrails and where they are. You need to know where the guardrails stand. And just like Joshua said, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord, nothing else. And so it's important for us to make that anchor. In fact, everyone messes up, right? As parents, we all mess up at times. None of us are perfect in this room. Praise God. Right? We all need Jesus. And so, but I want to read this line here that I wrote down. "The person who admits their failures works to make them right and then takes steps to avoid repeating them. You will gain a perspective that many other people don't have. But if you choose to not make it right, you will never gain that perspective and ways to improve your faith." And I want to encourage you right now. Maybe this has not been a part of your past. Maybe this is something you're stepping into and really kind of owning right now. Maybe it's something that you need to get right starting today. Guess what? The good news is with God, there is always a reset, and right now can be the day today that you begin something new with your family. It doesn't have to be the way that it's always been. It doesn't have to be what's always been done. You can change that direction starting today because that's God's grace. And it is so abundant and free. But we have to choose to do that.